Guys, I want you to meet Cody Gavin. This guy built his SMMA, and in his first 30 days of running an agency, he's made 40K a month. Not only that, but he hit six figures, 130K a month, was it?
Yeah, 130K.
By December. So guys, I'm going to share with you his secrets. He's going to be giving away all the sauce. So stay tuned. He's got a great presentation to share. Let's get straight into it, Cody. I'm excited to have
Awesome,
you.
man. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm super excited to share this with you guys. I actually haven't really shared this before. So yeah, really, really looking forward to it. So really signing unlimited clients using paid ads. For me, paid ads has been the most amazing tool I've ever used. I've done a lot of organic and I have had success with it, of course. However, paid ads was that light bulb moment for me, right? So let me tell you a quick story. It took me approximately 21,600 pieces of outreach to get my first client. It actually took me 9 months. It took 100 outreaches per day, 6 days a week. So yeah, 21,600 pieces of outreach to get my very first client. And this was before doing paid ads. And I wish I discovered paid ads sooner. 2 months later, I had my first 10K month. So that was amazing, right? Going from 9 months to get my first client and then 2 months later having that 10K month. So it was all worth it. But March 2020, all but one client left in a few day period. So I was very sad. I was very depressed. So it was really back to the drawing board, right? At this time, no one was doing a money back guarantee or any guarantee in general. Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers was not released. It was released sometime in 2021. So this was a full year before. I didn't even know who Alex Hormozi actually was. I knew what clients wanted because I had experience, I had results. However, I didn't use my results to scale to 40K. So you do not need results. And this is something for beginners. Everyone says you need results to run paid ads. I completely disagree. If you have a good offer and you are confident in your pitch, they will buy. Because the reality is this, if they think that you can solve their problem, they will give you money. All right. So I launched my ads, new offer, 2 months. It took me 2 months to come up with this because I was down. I was a bit feeling sorry for myself, feeling that pity result, right? 2 months after I lost all clients, the results were crazy. I spent $718 in 7 days and made $8,350 to be exact. Here's the screenshot. So you can see I spent $718.41. These were my ads here. And I made $8,390 in my first 7 days. Now, quick story, I was only going to spend $500 to test to see if this worked. But obviously, as Russell Brunson says, if something's working, you don't have a marketing budget, right? So at this point, my ad spend just went through the roof. I just spent as much money as I possibly could because I knew that I was going to be profitable. Right. So here's I'll show you 2 exact ads that I ran for this first week and this first month to get to this 40K. All right. And we can go through this. I mean, I did use results in the ad copy. Like, could this be the greatest guarantee ever? How did Tim get 44 leads in 7 days? Nathan get 41 leads in 10 days? Steve get 113 leads in 30 days? Now more than ever, first home buyers, investors, and downsizers are scrolling through social media, just like you are now, which means you have an opportunity to capture their attention at a fraction of the cost of your current lead generation strategies. If having an automated system within your business to generate consistent leads is of interest to you, this might be the most important post you almost scrolled past. Here are a few things we guarantee: 10 leads per month, money back guarantee, 100% done for you, set up within 24 hours. That's how confident we are. Click the button below to learn how.
I'm gonna steal this from you.
Yeah. And I will tell you this right now, people inside my coaching use this framework, use the graphic, and it still produces them results. They're getting leads and booked appointments for about $7 to $8. So this still works in 2023. Okay. Don't copy and paste, but this does still work. And this graphic, sorry, I'm a bit sick, but very ugly, but it works, right? I clearly state what the offer is, submit their information, I call them straight away, and I book them in for an appointment if they can't speak to me right now, or I just do a 15-20 minute call, and that was it. Second ad, this one performed well to start with, but by week 3, week 4, this video didn't perform as well as it could have. But in the first 3 weeks, it crushed it. So my ad copy was basically the exact same as the video, so I don't need to play the video. But it was like, if you're a real estate agent, we know how you spend enormous amount of time, energy, and money trying to get at quality seller leads. But if you're like most, you you don't have a system to do this on autopilot, right? This was obviously in the peak. This was in COVID times.
Mhm.
And, you know, for those that are in the real estate space, most of these agents use a lot of third-party websites to generate leads, right? And they're usually poor quality and they're competing with others. So that was our angle, right? It was like, look, these are guaranteed. They're 100% exclusive to you. And we asked them, well, what areas would you like? And that's something not mentioned in this ad, but I would ask them, so which areas do you specialize in, right? Which areas would you like to sell homes in? And we would reserve those areas for those agents. So it was very exclusive. And that was my angle when I sold them on the phone. And it was legit, right? Like, don't just say this and then sign up another agent next door, right? Don't do that, because, you know, it's going to hinder your results as well. Now, here's some reasons why the ads work. Number one is ugly captures attention. I love ugly ads, and I'm sure you see this now more than ever. Don't do like a 10 lead guarantee. That's very, very saturated. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. It still works. It's still going to get clients from this, but this was back in the day. You know, you've got to be more creative and critical thinking. I think the biggest problem agency owners face now is you don't use your brain, right? Like, there's no critical thinking in this space anymore. Everyone watches this YouTube video and it's like, oh my God, this worked for this person, so let's copy and paste it, you know, and then you don't see the same results. Think for yourself. So yeah, the offer was new and it stood out. There was literally no one doing this at the time. It was clear what they were getting, right? The video used was 30 seconds, and within 5 seconds, they knew what the offer was. And it was very simple, right? I think the biggest thing, if you take away anything, is simplicity scales, right? So everyone knows simplicity is something that you should be doing with everything in life, right? I think we overcomplicate it and we think too much and overanalyze. But for me, it really became apparent. I spoke to a billionaire at the end of 2019. I cold emailed about 20 real estate billionaires saying, hey, look, I want to be like you one day. You know, I would love to talk, you know. And one of them replied, and he actually called me I gave him my phone number, and he called me in the middle of the night, my time, and we spoke for like 45 minutes. And the nicest guy you would ever meet, very humble. He lost everything multiple times, went bankrupt. And one of the biggest key takeaways he said was simplify everything that you do, you know. And also it followed a proven formula. Now, do not copy these ads, like I've already said, because the offer is outdated, but I wanted to share this as an example with you. Now, the video ad framework. Now, I'm going to give you this. This is a classic framework that you'll see most people use. Firstly, you're going to call out your audience. Yep. Sorry, yeah, you got a question. I'm just blabbering.
No, I do this too. I mean, I say attention agency owners, like
Yeah, exactly. Attention agency owners, attention real estate agents, attention mortgage brokers, and then demand attention. State your offer, right? Attention agency owners above 20,000 per month. If you're struggling to generate quality booked appointments, blah, 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 right? Same thing everyone uses.
Right.
State their problem or something that they want solved, right? That's step number 3. And this should be all done within like less than 10 seconds, 1 to 3, right? Because you need to capture their attention really quickly. I think you've only got like 3 to 5 seconds to capture their attention. So if you can do all this within 5 seconds, you're great. Number 4 is past results, how this person went from X to Y in X in Z time, or whatever it is, right? And list 3, 4, 5 of them if you have them. If not, don't worry about it. You can breeze past it. You'll still get results. Number 5 is provide a solution, i.e. your service and your offer, and name it like XYZ system or framework or whatever it is, right? I know it's a marketing tactic and, you know, it's a bit cringy, but it works. So just do it. Number 6 is link to your past results. Again, loop back around and how your service, i.e. X system, solved their problem if you have the results. And number 7 is a call to action. This should typically be between 30 to 60 seconds. Usually it's more that 60 seconds if you have results. But if you don't have results, you can do this in 30 seconds. Sorry. Now, here's an example that I, have used. If you're a real estate agent,
is it okay if I say this?
Yeah, go.
All right. If you're a real estate agent doing above 150K per month in GCI, then we will generate you an extra 1 to 2 listings per month starting tomorrow using our FRR system guaranteed, or you get a full refund. Over the past 18 months, we've helped agents get or add an additional 176,000 in GCI per year on average to their business by implementing the FRR system. Steve was able to get his first listing within 22 days of working with us. Shady was able to get 2 listings within 30 days, which generated him 46,000 in GCI, while Parrish was able to get his first listing in 14 days of implementing the FRR system into his business. Now, if you're a real estate agent or a boutique agency owner, you're probably spending 20 to 30 hours per week prospecting, doing your cold calls, letterbox drops, and relying on word of mouth. Look, those methods work, but you probably seeing little return compared to the amount of time and effort you put into it. You rely on platforms like realestate.com.au and domain, which can be incredibly frustrating with the ads. That's the first one. Ad
Absorbent.
absorbent fees you
Absorbent,
pay
yeah.
them. That's I gotta add that to my vocabulary. You're essentially a slave to these platforms when you have to have your own standalone brand and be recognized as the #1 agent in your local area. And you want a system that you can generate or that you own to generate you quality appraisal leads that will, oh my God, I'm like totally stumbling now. Leads that will then turn your listing into listings. You probably tried it all. Rate My Agent, REA marketing, Agent Box, and maybe even a local marketing agency that was promising you leads and seen absolutely no results. That's why if we don't generate you 1 to 2 listings per month, we don't deserve your money and you will get a full refund. So if that sounds like something you want for your business, then click the button below and so we can schedule a call together. I would totally take a take 2 on that, but that was cool.
Man, that's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like a longer form ad, right? Like you really, if you want to simplify it even more, you could probably just delete this whole this thing
Yeah.
and keep it at this, and then just plug and just delete these last 2 and go straight into the close. That would be 60 seconds, right?
Yeah.
This is a little bit longer, but it just shows the framework that, you should
The full framework, yeah, the
the
formula.
full framework, right? And it really is that simple, right? Like it's the exact same thing that we just went over. It's a little bit longer, but like I said, you just get rid of these 2 sections, and then voila, you're in that 60 seconds. But yeah, it can be shortened. And here's an example of it just being shortened, right? If you want to take 2, you can read this.
No, I'm good.
Basically the same thing, right? This is like a 30-second sort of pitch, and it goes through everything. If you're a real estate agent doing above 150K per year in GCI, then we will guarantee you an extra 1 to 2 listings per month starting tomorrow using our FRR system, guaranteed, or you get a full refund. Let me guess, your cold calls, letterbox drops, and relying on word of mouth only. You're relying on, see, now I'm butchering it. This is my own thing.
I feel better. I feel better.
Let me guess. And this was just, I probably haven't proofread this either going into this. So, yeah, let me guess. You're relying on your cold calls, letterbox drops, and word of mouth only to see little return compared to the amount of time and effort you put into it. You're relying on platforms like realestate.com.au and Domain, which, just so you guys know, are, our biggest agency websites like Zillow or realtor.com, which can be incredibly frustrating with the absorbent fees that you pay them. You're essentially a slave to these platforms when you want to have your own system that will generate you quality appraisal leads that you can turn on and off. If that's something that you want, fill in your details below and I'll reach out showing you exactly how we can do this for you. Just something
Dude,
like
that's
that.
awesome. That is 60 seconds. That is 60 seconds.
Something like that. Obviously, you're going to take 2 and not butcher it like you and I have just done.
That's the thing. That's another lesson in of itself. It doesn't happen on
Yeah.
the first take.
No, it definitely doesn't. And that's something that you guys need to remember. Like, everything looks so perfect in that, but like you and I have just gone through, we screwed it up,
Yeah.
right? So take 2, take 3, take 10. It doesn't matter, right? Like
As many
it's
takes as you
normal
need.
yeah, exactly. It's normal to screw it up,
We love you,
right?
editors. You make us look really good.
It never happened.
Exactly. Editors are amazing. Thank you.
Not this time.
This framework will make you more money than you can ever imagine, right? This is the framework that's used by the biggest marketers in
Oh,
this space. And the reason why everyone uses this framework is because it works.
it works in like the way our minds work in social media, like just quick attention grabber, calling it out, and then just going straight into our deep problems as,
Yeah,
in the niche, right? Whether you're agency owner, gym, med spa, etc. Like we all have problems, and when someone is able to call us out and help us with it, I mean, it's worth taking a look and entering their information. That's
exactly.
why, I'll vouch this, and I kind of harp on what Joel Kaplan says, but
Yeah.
ads for an agency owner is the holy grail to scale.
100%, 100%. If you can get your ads to work, you will never be broke again. Because it's like
Mm.
you put $1 in, you get $3 out. Well, how much are you going to spend? It's like what Russell Brunson says. That's why you don't have a marketing budget, right? Because if you're putting $1 in and getting $3 out, how much, like I would ask you, like how much would you put in?
Dude,
You
I
would
would
put in
keep putting it,
millions of
I
dollars.
would
Like
reinvest
you'd put in
everything.
everything, you'd put in all the money that you have. If you could put in, if you have $5,000 in your bank account, right? And I can say, hey, I'm going to give you $15,000 back. Of course, you're going to do that, right? You're going to put $5,000 in, you're going to get $15,000 back. You're going to put $15,000 in, you're going to get $45,000 back, and you're going to keep doing that over and over again. So there is no marketing budget. Once you've got your ads working, it's game over for it.
Yeah.
Like it's game over. Like you're going to win.
And then the one thing I want to add, because this is something that resonated with me, is you want to scale it as fast as you can. And
Yeah.
once you notice that ROI, don't waste a single second, because
No.
things happen in waves, right? I hate
Yeah.
to say it, but there's times when in my agency, it's true. It's just a fact. Like there's times when I ran an ad like TikTok and no one had seen it before. Guess what? The market's going to catch up to me, right?
Yeah.
And so then, if I wasn't able to scale it, I wouldn't have capitalized on my scale, my growth of my agency. Things
Exactly.
happen in spurts. And so you got to really legit ride that wave, when you are able to seize it and keep going,
Yeah.
scaling from it.
Speed is so important. Don't slow down. That momentum, like once you get that momentum, you need to go hard. Like I don't care if you've got events on, if you've got family gatherings, if you got anything on. Once you have that momentum, you need to take
Lock it
full
in.
advantage of it. Because look, I've made the mistake of not taking full advantage of it. And it is a massive regret because that momentum does not last forever. And once it's gone, it's very, very difficult to get it back again, right? It will happen, but it takes time. So take advantage of it. If you need to cancel seeing your friends and just smash it out with your business for the next month or 2 months or 3 months, do it, because you won't regret it.
Man, that's well said enough. I appreciate you, Cody. Thank you for hopping on here, guys. I will say,
We appreciate you having
Cody is also good at follow up. Like I was away on a trip, and the man came back and he was like, "Yo, we got to do this." I'm like, "Oh yeah, we got to do this."
Man, you should see my organic when I was reaching out to some of the biggest real estate professionals in the world. I would follow up for them for 12 months, every single week, like just following up, no answer, but you just continuously follow up, because eventually someone's going to respond.
Yeah, that
Like
one time where they
I
feel like they
follow,
need you.
if I want something, I follow up relentlessly.
There you go. Well, I should be thankful because he only did it one every 2 weeks.
Yeah, not every
Very,
not
very
every
nice to
day.
me. All right. Thank you, Cody. We'll see you around. I can't anticipate that I'll have Cody on for probably as part 2 here very soon. But anyways, thank you, Cody, for hopping on. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me.